Bored, Ed. So I had some fun making some ranting videos this morning. I guess it's time to make some motherfucking meat and potatoes and shit. So let's have some fun with, I guess, what would appear to be contradictions and the fun, the absolute fun of laying the shit out as, Mark Passio versus Jesus Christ. Oh, I will name it that. I will go way the fuck out of my way to say, Mark Passio versus Jesus Christ. Then in the same breath, I'll say, hey, it's not one man versus another. Then I'll take this board and show, hey, it's not one man versus another. Then I'll show how Mark Passio, the only thing that he can do is one man versus another. Then I'll elaborate again on Mark Passio. I'll really build this up to give you a false belief that I'm playing a game that I can't see, where I'm making a contradiction in front of your fucking face that you are gonna call me on. What I'm doing is blinding you. I'm playing a fucking game with people that can't fucking learn. And for ones that can learn, I'm challenging you. Does this does this appear Mark Passio versus Jesus Christ? Does this appear to be one man versus another? See, if it does, one of two things are going to happen. You're going to lock yourself out in your own greatness. You're going to walk away going, Mac is so fucking stupid. He can't see. He's talking about one man versus another, but he can't even see his own paradox right here. Boy, Mac is the dumbest motherfucker. And that's by design. That's me locking your motherfucking ass out of truth because you're a fucking dumb motherfucking goyim. Now, if you're somebody that can fucking learn, you're actually going to look at this and at first you're going to think, wait a minute, Mac, you're telling us about a paradox, then you're telling us it's not that doesn't make fucking any sense, Mac. It doesn't. Well, you know what happens when you go into the teachings of Jesus and you find out that they are higher than any man? Jesus will reveal his divinity to you. That's where it changes a little bit of where, hey, wait a minute, nobody can think their way into the teachings of Jesus, kind of separates it from one man versus another. So there's some meat and potatoes and fun on contradictions and shit. And for people in the trees of good and evil, you will never fucking get how Mark Passio versus Jesus Christ is not a contradiction. And then the fun thing is the people on my channel. I mean, how do I say that? I mean, the people, you're my fucking friends and shit. You guys never call me on this, and mostly you're probably afraid that fuck Mac's gonna make a fucking goyim video on me if I try to, because I'm challenging you to find out how this isn't. I set it up to look like the paradox. I'm challenging you to figure out how it's fucking not. You'll figure it out by going into the teachings of Jesus and letting Jesus' divinity be revealed to you, as not one person in this entire way can think their way into the teachings of Jesus. We are all little fucking children up against truths we cannot fucking think our way into. It kind of changes it from fucking one man versus another. So there's a challenge I've always been given, always been giving everybody, and been given. So if you're so built in your fucking ego and you want to ride off into the sunset like you're the smartest motherfucker that ever lived, which will be most people, you'll ride off going, Mac can't even see. Mac is talking about a paradox here and a contradiction, and Mac is so fucking stupid, he can't even. That's Goyam time. So there's some meat and potatoes for everybody. Have some motherfucking fun.